Seth's captain be all like, yo, I heard there was the rumors about discontent. Go over there and find someone who is the discontent. And I'm like, I'm gonna go find someone who's the discontent. Hey, can you tell me about discontent? Shit. Seth. He's a new king, I suppose. I would like to know what happened to King Athin Lethan. Seems a bit odd that the old man died so soon after Seth arrived in Mournhold. And what about Talon Vandas, Lethan's nephew? Everyone assumed he would be the next in line for the throne. Until his accident, that is.
I'm listening.
Can I just kill the king? Seems like better than investigating people for him. He seems like a scumbag. That's probably why he's locked up, because like the first thing a lot of players would probably be doing is like, this guy is obviously a criminal that's legitimately taking the throne. Why don't I just get rid of him? So he's like locked away in a room that the game's like, you can't open this in any conceivable way in a game about opening things. Ah, you're the one who recently arrived in Mournhold from Vardenfell. I was told of your arrival. I understand you have some problems with the Dark Brotherhood. An interesting group. And usually rather effective. I'm surprised you're still alive. Perhaps you have potential. Or they sent incompetence. A lot of incompetence. I killed like 30 of them. I believe you might be of service to Our Lady. Seth, our new young king. He is ruthless and not foolish, as some would have you believe. He has some of his mother's political savvy, and he has all of his father's ruthlessness. Service to Our Lady? I am always aware of those who might be able to serve Our Lady Almalexia. Few are worthy to do so. The temple and the city is guarded by the High Ordinators, and the hands fulfill other duties for the lady. I am her chief steward, Fedris Lair. Now, if you wish to be of use, we have some matters to discuss. Perhaps you've already met young King Lalu Helseth. A foul man, unworthy to sit on a throne. Still, he holds right of succession, and lady must keep her ever-watchful eye on this king, though, lest he do something that would be detrimental to the temple, our fair city, or perhaps all of Morrowind. Currently, there are concerns about some new recruits that Helseth seems to be training. A standing army is nothing new in the city, though it is largely unnecessary. Mournhold is protected by her walls from the outside, and by Our Lady Almalexia from within. None would dare mount an attack here. Still, tradition dictates that the king maintain an army. We believe that Helseth is raising an army, raising quite a different sort of army, a goblin army. Foul, vicious creatures. No wonder Helseth has chosen them to be his foot soldiers. I know that the goblins are being trained nearby, though not where exactly. Ask around the city about goblins. Someone will know. I wish for you to find the location of the goblin training area. When you do, kill the war chiefs. There should be 2. Sever the head of this army, and the rest will shatter like a scrib. Aw, but scribs are neat. They pat their little tail in the mud, and they screech a little bit, and they don't do anything wrong. You might rid the city of their 2 Ultimator trainers as well. Ultimer trainers as well. Complete this task, and lady will be pleased. Okay. You don't know where this goblin army is, and you only know about it basically by rumor, but you somehow know there's going to be 2 war chiefs to take out? Do all goblin armies have 2 war chiefs? How do you know that specific detail? Weird. So this might be my chance to side with somebody besides the king, which I think I would prefer to take over siding with the king that has a history of poisoning people. Then, wow, mysterious death led to him being king here. Wow, who could have ever thought that nothing could have possibly gone amiss here? It's impossible. The Ultimer trainers. Traditionally, the Ultimer have used the goblins to reinforce their armies. Why? I do not know. Rumor has it that Helseth has contracted 2 Ultimer to train his goblin army. If you find these Ultimer, it would be a service to rid the city of them as well.
From what I hear, there's trouble at the palace.
This is interesting. I think it's time to leave, though. So, if possible, I would like to side with them instead of the king. I can't tell from I can't immediately tell whether that new approach is specifically an alternate approach to the main quest of this area, or if it's just a side chain that's completely separate or not. I'm not sure about that part. That's the main quarters. But for the moment, I want to actually go back to Morrowind, I believe. Reception area. There you are. You could just go ahead and take me back. Oh, there it is. Go back to Vardenfell.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Ta-da, I'm back. Because my understanding of Tribunal is that it's supposed to be expanding the quest line after you finish Morrowind, the main quest line. I think Bloodmoon is more in parallel, like you can do it... I think you can do Bloodmoon whenever you want to. I don't think it has a direct tie to the main story. But I believe Tribunal specifically is supposed to be a follow-up to the main story. And apparently I'm playing the floor as lava on these rugs right now. I don't know why I started doing that. So, I'd prefer to stay away from that. But I don't know, it seems like a not incredibly well implemented expansion. I'm trying to think about the timeline of expansions in open world RPGs and how many other ones existed by the time this one came out, because I'm like, because this might have been about as good as expansions got back then. I'm not really sure, but the mess seems to be here that one, the Dark Brotherhood starts attacking you immediately. Like, you would expect the Dark Brotherhood to start attacking me once I start becoming, like, world-renowned as some kind of Nerevarine character coming in, like, oh no, we gotta stop the Nerevarine, he's here! But, like, they start attacking you the moment you arrive in town, when you have no potential of knowing what the Nerevarine is, and nobody has even begun to recognize you as being potentially the Nerevarine. They start attacking you immediately, leading to me being afraid to ever rest, ever, because they would just murder me just for resting in, like, a random cave. So that's not very well implemented, that happens right, like, immediately. And I figured, I mean, it's especially not great to implement that way because it seems like the Tribunal is supposed to take place afterwards, which makes it really awkward that they're sort of inviting you to pay attention to Tribunal long before you're ready to play it. So it encourages you to come here to take care of the Dark Brotherhood, but then if you haven't finished the main story, then things can get really weird, as far as I can tell. So now that I've taken care of the Dark Brotherhood thing, and I think they're no longer going to be trying to murder me in my sleep, but we'll see. I think I'm going to continue with the main story now, and we'll follow up on this later. And I still need to figure out when to get around to Bloodmoon. Suggestions are welcome. As I've said before, this probably won't be a completionist playthrough, because that would take, like, hundreds of episodes. Like, people usually say 300 hours for Elder Scrolls games, so that'd be 600 episodes, making it not only the longest series in the history of my channel, but 3 times longer than my Witcher 3 playthrough has ever been. And that's a terrifying concept, so that's probably not going to happen for Morrowind, necessarily, especially as the Patreon series, where people want to vote for something else eventually. So, I'm going to continue with the main story. We'll open to suggestions about what the best time is to start doing Bloodmoon, because I think we've already encountered the guy that will take me there. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back to the Blades quests, because we haven't followed up on that for a while, and I believe that's how you ultimately do the main story. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff in this log now. Did I miss the Blades? I don't see it in here. But yeah, my basic goal is to finish the Blade storyline, finish Bloodmoon, and finish Tribunal. And then we'll probably call it a day. And by a day, I mean a series that takes probably 3 months. Or 2 months at least. Huh. Previously they were just alphabetical. Yeah, they are alphabetical, and they would just say Blades. I may have to look up online where I am in the main story. I've lost track now. I brought us back to Balmora because Caius Cosades has basically always been our quest giver, and I logically figure that when I chose to diverge from the story, there's a decent chance I just specifically didn't pick up the next quest, so that I wouldn't have it floating around. That may have been what happened. So, by the way, do you have unarmored speechcraft, hand-to-hand? So not really, none of those are really a priority for me. Okay, Blades. Oh boy. Orders, there we go. Your orders were to find that 6th house base near Nar Mok, kill the 6th house priest Dagolth Gers, and bring me a full report on the 6th house base. Don't come back until you've completed the mission. Champion Reza Pulia at Fort Buckmouth says the patrol found 6-house base in a cave the locals call Ilunibi. However, the one trooper who escaped to report has died of corpus disease. Before he died, the trooper reported fighting with monsters and cultists and something about a powerful 6th house priest called Dagolth Gers. But go talk to Reza Pulia at Fort Buckmouth. She'll have all the details. So I need to find Reza Pulia at Fort Buckmouth, which is the place that's just outside, basically. Oh, man. I'm trying to remember if I've done this already or not. I've definitely gone to Fort Buckmouth for the purpose of, like, picking up supplies before. And I don't remember if it was for this mission specifically or something else entirely. It's been a while. That's what happens when you choose to go down the Thieves Guild quest and then take care of the fact that Dark Brotherhood are always trying to murder you, and then before you know it, you're recovered in Thieves Guild armor, a glass shield, and Daedric weapons, so things have been a trip lately. This is probably really good for my acrobatics skill that I can constantly do relatively high jumps now with my infinite stamina. That's not you. Yeah, no, I think this is different. I think last time I was supposed to come here, I was here to meet, I think I was here to meet Rad Hardheart, because I remember remarking on how amazing his name is. Although now I get to play the fun game of trying to remember the name that they just told me because it doesn't show up in my quest log as a recent thing. Although now they mentioned 6th house, so at least I know that I'm probably looking for 6th house. I don't think any of these are the right name, though. Ah! Prison towers are probably not where I need to go. This place, like, keeps going, huh? Well, that's not you, and this is the prison, so I guess we're all out of stuff to do here. Is this Fort Buckmouth? This is Moonmouth, not Buckmouth. I'm an idiot that has made a terrible mistake. And now I get to play the game of have I been to Buckmouth before, which I think I have. Isn't it near Aldruin? It is. Alright. This is a very, very disjointed episode so far. Alright, now I'm in Aldruin, which of course means that we're in a horrible storm, because that's what happens every time I come here. That was a weird jump. Ow. Everything's fine. Probably have to go outside the wall for this. I want to say I've been to Buckmouth before, but I'm not actually sure. They blend a little bit, perhaps. Could be straight ahead. Well, is the fort invisible? Oh, there's a wall. Found one. Can I make this work? Because I'm betting on no. Yeah. That's better. There we go, there's a path I can use. Whoa, that's probably gonna hurt. Ow, we're fine. Everything's fine. I heal automatically, right? Alright, I need to find... I think it was a girl's name. It's probably you. Last time it was the person in the middle. Yep, there you are. I'm Reza Pulia, champion of the Legion garrison here at Buckmouth Legion Fort. And your Pat Yelchin, Caius Kosade, sent you, didn't he? Caius says that you're the one to handle the 6th house base near Narmak. Only one trooper returned. He died soon after, horribly disfigured with corpus disease, and out of his wits. In his ravings, he spoke of a cavern on the coast. He called it Ilunibi. It's not on our maps. Try asking locals in Narmak. They fought with cultists and disfigured man-beasts. Corpus monsters, I think. They fled the attackers and got lost in the caves. Then they ran into a half-man creature named Dagolth Gers. This Dagolth Gers slew the rest of the patrol, but spared the one trooper. He told the trooper he was being spared, so he might tell others that the sleeper awakens, and the 6th house has risen, and Dagolth Ur is lord, and I am his priest. All will be one with him in the flesh. The trooper awakened outside the caves and returned here. We couldn't recognize him, and he didn't respond to questions, just kept rambling on like a madman until he died. Let's see. So they spared him, but whatever happened to him, they couldn't recognize him, apparently? Was he turning into a beast then? He apparently went on and died. Huh. Ilunibi. That's what the dead trooper called the Sea Caverns, where he found the 6th House base. It's not on our maps, and no one has ever heard of it. Maybe the locals in Narmak can tell you where to find it. Or, you may have to search for it yourself. Narmak is an island fishing village on the Bitter Coast, roughly west of Caldera and Aldrun. Here, let me mark it on your map. There is no marked route to Narmak. From Aldrun, it's no easy trip. Our patrols take the Balmora Road at the nicest Balmora Aldrun signpost. Go south, then immediately west on the side road to Drulene Phelan's cottage. Then head cross-country west to the coast, with the old Dunmer stronghold at Androsreth as a landmark. When you hit the coast, turn south. I'm pretty sure I've been to Narmak before. Follow the coast, wading around headlands when necessary, past a shipwreck. When the coast levels out and turns from barren rock to green swamp, you're in the Bitter Coast region. Keep south, with the water on your left, until you see Narmak, an island just off the coast. There's a crude plank bridge through some rocks to the island itself. It's a rough place, popular with adventurers, smugglers, and outlaws, but maybe someone in Narmak can tell you how to find the Ilunibi Sea Caverns. Interesting. It's not on our map. Here's detailed explanations to its exact location. Nisus, Entersnatch, Narmak. I knew I'd been there before. Yeah. It was during my Caldera adventures, basically. I guess the fastest way to go there is just to walk from here? Wait, no, isn't Narmak... Hang on a second. I swear I've seen Narmak straight up be on, like, travel lists. Doesn't the Silt Strider go there? I can check. This is gonna hurt temporarily, and then it's gonna heal. Gotten really reckless with the jumps now that they have relatively low consequence. They might hurt your armor. Not really sure about that. Whoop. Like my weapon durability is maxed out. I was slightly worried I might have forgotten about that, so I figured I might want to go take care of that. Don't you go to Narmak? I feel like I've seen that on lists. Margon, damn it. Yep, that's definitely the name I would have been mixing up with Narmak. Margon. So different. Completely, inseparably different names, and definitely not confusable with each other at all. That's fine. Listen, I have 100 speed, I think. Don't I? Agility. I have 91 speed. I'll be there in no time. All I gotta do is jump around like a lunatic across the landscape. In a relatively straight line. I think it's about the same distance you have to cover to get to the Yushilaku camp, which isn't that big of a deal either. Thankfully, Morrowind's just not super big. The West of Gash. We've definitely been here before. Can that guy even reach me? Well, he can because he flies. Oh god. Why landscape? Why? Ow. Wilderness, stop. You're being wild. Stop being wild, wilderness. Can't get me. If I jump, you can't catch me because it goes so fast. I'm stuck on this fence. Wow, he's dedicated. Hey, my acrobatic skill went up again. You can't catch me! Except for all the times when you hit me. Ow! Okay, that's enough. Enough of that. Hey, we're close. Already. Yay, we're already at the ridge. That's my primary land. Oh, this might hurt a lot. Okay, it's fine. I'm not super familiar with what might be a dangerous, like, lethal fall, so I'm slightly worried about that stuff. This Narmak right here? Yep. So we've been here before. I knew my landmark was going to be getting over that ridge whenever it showed up. Once you're at the ridge, you know that you're there. The storms are coming. Oh yeah, this is where I was first encountering some of the, Are you attacking me? No? Just checking. Alright, tell me about caves, dudes. Ilinibi Caverns. That's what they call the Old Sea cave up on the north end of the island. Right on Kartag Point. Don't poke around in there. It's a convenient smuggler's hole and they might not welcome visitors. Haven't I been there already? That's on the western coast, not far from here. It's a gigantic boulder. Some of the orcs consider it a landmark. Why? I don't know. Some orc or another jumped off on a dare. It didn't end well. So someone named Kartag jumped off this boulder and died, probably. North end of the island. Like this island? Kartag Point. The smugglers won't like me being there. Isn't that where the not terrorists, what? Isn't that where the slavers were? No, I think that was underneath the city. That was a different spot that might be difficult to distinguish. Hey, look, planks. How convenient. How do you do? Oops. Accidental left click. I mean right click. Oh, you're alive. Oh, there's more of you. Anyone else feeling like dying today? Is that one of those mermaid men things? Oh hey, that's probably where I need to go. Carcass of the Saint. So I heard people might not like me being in here. Whoa! That was a hell of a jump angle. Is that a hole? No, it's water. I mean, it is a hole, but it's full of water. When I first did the jump, I thought there was like an infinite fall right here, and I'm like, oh my god, that was almost a terrible mistake. Who's lighting all these candles? Are they candle smugglers? This is a lot of this is a weird quantity of candles to keep lit everywhere all the time. Oh yeah? That wasn't a great idea. You Inwa. I'm like, alright. See how this works out for you. Anyone else making it? Dead adventurer. He's got chitin. 1 gold piece. Congratulations. That's some high quality loot right there. And another stink blade. Jink blade. Stink blade. Grandmaster's probe. Dang. Ooh. Ooh, people with lockpicks. Thank you. I like lockpicks. It's too bad that skeleton key item only has a limited number of uses, or I'd be just done collecting lockpicks for the rest of the playthrough. Someone shooting at me? No, that's just the ambient wind noise of this area. I thought that was the sound of like an attack zooming towards me. Here, listen, I'll give you the chance to be smart enough not to fight me. Oh, that's you fighting me. That was a bad idea. You anteater man. I guess this is where the disease comes in that we heard about, huh? He looks like a weird anteater, unless it's a mask. Might be a mask. No, he's an ash ghoul, apparently. Alright, add that to the list of things to be concerned about. He just looks like every elf we've seen ever, except he has a weird trunk coming out of his face. And it doesn't look very comfortable, frankly. And just to remind us here, we're here to kill Dagoth Gares. Probably just gonna kill everyone I see, frankly. I'm guessing they're probably all gonna be, hostile. The one that ow! Hey, Daedric dude, get out of here. Anyone else? Yes? The answer's yes. Wow, I got some attention there. I would just like to not catch your disease. He's a lame corpus. That's what the game called him. 30,000 for a Daedric Warhammer. Its weight is really high. Holy crap. Holy crap. Its weight is 96? That's the heaviest thing I've ever seen in this game, I think. We'll see. If I can hold on to it, I'll sell it for a decent profit, but damn. That is a big weight to carry. And I might find enough Jink Blades to make up for it. Because those are definitely better for the weight. Are you a corpus? Oh, you just infected me, didn't you? So you're a sleeper. What's this disease? Dagoth's bosom, drain fatigue. That's adorable. You're draining my fatigue for 20 points a second. Joke's on you. That's the wrong one. Joke's on you. 24%. I have 24 restore per second. And then fire and frost damage. Which my healing does not keep up with, but will ultimately outpace because you're dead. So this is a sleeper. Dropping ash salts everywhere. We've heard about the sleeper. People are like, oh, I'm a sleeper and something Dagoth Ur is going to take over the world. They keep like soliciting me like Mormons or something. You forgot clothes. You really need clothes for this to work out for you. Okay. Listen, some of them have better strategies for fighting me than other ones do. Is the main takeaway. Another dead adventurer. They're choosing bad places to adventure. They don't even have valuable things. Ooh, Dwayne Mercurius. It's only 1,000 though. Yeah, the other Dwemer chest piece was more valuable for its weight. This one weighs 30. It's only worth 1,000? That's pretty crap. Take your lockpick items. Come on, click correctly. There we go. Having a little bit of an issue there for some reason. Alright, continuing to poke around in random directions. Place goes in all sorts of directions. Oh boy. Is this where I started? I don't think it is it? Nope, this is all new. It's a good thing for this map, because this is like... This cave in particular is like... It reminds me of like Act 2 Diablo 2, where like those chunks of the map where like you just can't tell where you are, because it all looks the same. The Tainted Marrow. I wonder if I'm gonna level up my... Ooh, 2 more points, and I'll max out my short blade skill. Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, you want to max out my short blade skill? I'll take light armor too, if you want. I'm game. None of you guys have anything on you. It's almost like I'm fighting naked people or something. So how's having a trunk working out for you? Does it get you into theaters cheaper? Monsters got weird really fast. This guy in particular, like, what is this guy? He's a trip to look at. He's like a weird Lovecraftian horror thing. He's a trip. Ow. Uh-oh. That's not probably what I want. He's all glowy. Alright, I have contracted the Shanthrax Blight, losing... Whoa, 23 points of agility, 32 points of speed. That's significant blight. That's a lot of points to lose. I should be able to get to an idol to fix it though. Whoa, you now. A weird grouping of enemies. Get out of here. Should be able to heal the blight if I get to one of those prayer sites. Just gotta remind myself which of the 2 things I'm supposed to use for that. We have 2 forms of intervention, which I have not used yet. And one of them will help me find one of those spots. Ever since I got a somewhat better understanding of that kind of mechanic, I've never caught a blight again. Alright. Carcass of the Saints. Ah! You're still not gonna drain my fatigue. Is that what you're trying to do again? Yeah, he's trying to drain my fatigue. It doesn't work that way, dude. My fatigue is rock hard. That's not a phrasing. I just want to know where Dagoth Gary Busey is. Where is he? Dagoth... No, not Dagoth Ur. Dagoth Gares. Oh, now I have gone in a circle. I was gonna say, Carcass of the Saint sounds kind of familiar. And it is familiar. It's where we started. And for a second there, I'm like, ooh, maybe I found the place I'm trying to get to. Nope, it sounded familiar because it's where we started. Big old dummy. Alright, we'll loop back around then and try and look at the local map to find other directions I haven't gone on yet. Such as left. Hello, left. How are you doing? Are you a dead end? The answer appears to be yes. You're gonna put a harpy in your dungeon that's not even guarding treasure? Or someone? Hi. You can't give me the blight because I've already got it. Now you're just kind of pointless. Okay, I'm a little worried about you guys, that I'm gonna get like your disease that turns me into like a some kind of system shock monster. I'm not even gonna loot them, honestly. We talked about corpus disease. I'm just gonna not even loot things that look like that in an attempt to avoid becoming part of that. Looks like we're going back to another cross-section, another crossroad I've already been to before. So I guess I'll go this way this time. Are you also a dead end? Why, yes you are. Okay. We'll just backtrack to another crossroad somewhere and figure out what to do with that. You're not a crossroad at all, you're just a turn. There were other crossroads, right? I remember Dead Adventurer Lady. I remember going through here. Surely there's another path. Yes. I went forwards. Let's go left. What's the other way? Oh, hey. How you doing? Good try? Respectable? You sure knew how to wear that, nothing you're wearing? Alright, well this entire, I believe this entire map is now explored. Marowak's Spine. So unless I'm trying to expand my Pokemon collection, I think we can go ahead and just not come back to the screen. Hello. This looks welcoming. The Blackened Heart. This is the first cave I ever explored Ow! This is the first cave I ever explored in this game. It had this layout. Please don't give me diseases. Ash Slave. Gonna keep stocking up. Just gonna hug left for a while arbitrarily. Let's try left and see where it takes me. Nowhere! Oh, here's another sleeper. Level up my short blade skill, you dick. Nope, no, still 99. Ooh, we're getting close, though. And then I'm gonna be a lot slower at leveling in general. Ooh, it's gonna simultaneously level me up, too. And then from there on, I'll be a lot slower at leveling, because I won't be able to level up my short blade anymore. Which is I'll have one less way to actually level up my character. This is a fire flame atronach. All the humanoid elemental monsters, despite fairly varied appearances, all seem to be called the the Atronachs. Soul's Rattle. How do you not have Ash? Hey, stop that. These are actually quickly becoming all of the same enemies that we fight when we go to one of those Daedric... Ooh. When we get to the Daedric Ruins. The same old enemies. It's funny, because I haven't really played much of other Elder Scrolls games, so... I always thought Daedric were like a big emphasis in Oblivion, because like, well obviously that's a game about fighting the Daedric portals that are the Oblivion gates, where all the Daedra are coming into Oblivion. I mean into Cyrodiil. The Oblivion gate part was so important to their structure of the game that they literally called it that instead of Cyrodiil. But that might just because Oblivion's a cooler sounding word than the Elder Scrolls 4 Cyrodiil. Yay, short blade skill is up. I guess I found him. Well, what timing? Just in time to level up. The 6th house greets you, Lord Nerevar, or Pat Yelchin as you called yourself. I am known as Dagoth Gers, priest of Ilunibi Shrine, and minister to 6th House servants. My lord Dagoth Ur has informed me of your coming. I wish that this time you had come to honor your lord's friendship, not to betray it. Dagoth Ur gives me these words to say to you, so you may give them thought. Once we were friends and brothers, Lord Nerevar, in peace and in war. Yet beneath red mountains, you struck me down as I guarded the treasure you bound me by oath to defend. But remembering our old friendship, I would forgive you and raise you high in my service. My lord Dagoth bids you to come to Red Mountain for the friendship and honor that once you shared. He would grant you counsel and power, if only you would pledge that friendship anew. I am not your lord Dagoth, yet I too would say to you, do you come with weapons to strike me down, or would you put away your weapon and join me in friendship? Dagoth Ur is the awakened lord of the 6th House, come to cast down false gods, drive foreigners from the land, and restore the ancient glory of Morrowind. He bids you come to Red Mountain. For the friendship and honor that once you shared, he would grant you counsel and power, if only you would pledge your friendship anew. The path to Red Mountain is long and filled with danger, but if you are worthy, you will find there wisdom, a firm friend, and all the power you need to set the world aright. Ilunibi Shrine is just a small, quiet retreat for 6th House servants, a place to contemplate and grow strong and wise in Lord Dagoth's ways. Here we share the sacraments of flesh and blood, and dream the dreams of our Lord. This and other lesser shrines are hidden from prying eyes throughout the land, but the greatest shrines of 6th House servants lie beneath Red Mountain, in the citadels of our Lord and closest kin. Very welcoming messages, except for the part where he's talking about, you know, the fact that he's surrounded by monsters in every direction, and this is clearly no good. Also, I'm killing all his dudes. He doesn't seem fazed by that. Hey! Oh, that's Dagoth Gers. I didn't even know that. Like, will you be a friend or will you fight me? And then he starts attacking me. Great. That's... Alright. With his dying breath, Dagoth Gers smiles and curses you. Even as my master wills, you shall come to him. In his flesh and of his flesh. Dude, you attacked me. Shut up. 2,000 value. 6th House amulet. Drain personality on self. Gonna not equip that, but I'll sell it to somebody. Lord Nerevar Indoril Hai Restainia. My lord, friend, and companion. Once we were friends and brothers, Lord Nerevar, in peace and in war. No houseman ever served you better or more faithfully. Much that I did was at your command, at great cost to myself, and my honor. Yet beneath Red Mountain you struck me down as I guarded the treasure you bound me by oath to defend. It was a cruel blow, a bitter betrayal, to be felled by your hand. But remembering our old friendship, I would forgive you, and raise you high for my service. This is like the same thing we said already, isn't it? This is like word for word the same thing, yeah. I guess he was just reading it. Alright. Well, I have that note now. I'm not sure if I should show people that, but we'll see. I have contracted Ashwoe Blight. Great. Drain attribute... a lot. I think it just combined all these different blights together. I have Chanthrax, Corpus, and Ashwoe Blight simultaneously, losing 23 agility and 32 speed, 1 intelligence, 1 willpower, 1 personality, 1 speed, 39 intelligence, and 39 willpower. Boy, oh boy, my willpower is at 0. Most of my stats are low except for strength, which is still nice and high. Strength... Has endurance changed? Endurance also appears unchanged. I don't know why this one's gold, but these ones are white. Some of them are brighter colored compared to the other ones. So endurance, luck, and strength are fine. Everything else is low. Lowered. Some of them super low, down to 0. Agility and speed are lowered significantly, but they started off so high that it didn't really hurt them that much. Meanwhile, stuff like personality is only ultimately down by 1 point. Oh, we didn't know intelligence and willpower are actually lowered by more now. Alright. Trying to get my stats back is going to get interesting. I take it we're done here? I can take a poke around to see if I can loot around here. I should probably be concerned about the weird bells. 6th house bell hammer, 5,000. Aw, I'm like, yay, 5,000 gold. Then I find out that it weighs 75. Like a ritual you can learn to do here that summons something that attacks me, maybe, and then I can fight it for money. Scroll of Elemental Burst Frost. Boing. Kick. Not a good staff. Potion of Light. Low fall potion of crappiness. Ooh, Armorer's Hammer. I will use that now. Oh, that'll save me a little money. If nothing else. Oh. Damn it. I'm like, yay, another glass item. Boots. I can't wear boots. Let's just make doubly sure it still stands, but I'm pretty sure. Yep. Beast races cannot wear boots. Get fucked. They taunt me so. Another 6th house amulet. Might as well sell them. They're kind of valuable. Iron Tonto. No, these are kind of crappy items. Common amulet. Nope, lots of common stuff. There's a bunch of creepy, demon-y stuff posted everywhere. So clearly, if you know the ritual, you could probably ring these bells and make something happen. But without the ritual information, it might just be bad news for me if I'm not careful. Especially with all my stats already being down. Let's try it. I saved. Let's equip the bell hammer. I don't think this hammer has anything to do with ringing the bells. I think you can just ring it by hand, basically. Let's get you back in my hand. This Week in Musical Theater brought to you by... Alright, let's try one of these guys, because I need to get the hell out of here. We're so far away from anything, and my next goal should be to just go back. Let's see. I'll have to return to the support of the Spy Master. Yep, so it's time to leave. Let's look through all of my items here. Divine Intervention. I saved first, just in case I'm doing this wrong. Oh, right, that's not how I do that. Scrolls, spells, magic items, scroll of Divine Intervention. Alright. Hi, I have the blight. Do you want a hug? Is this exactly where I came from? No way. I guess that makes sense. Kind of thought it would take me more directly to the, shrine. I was trying to talk to anyone because they don't like talking, they don't like rubbing up on diseased people, generally. Just trying to find their spot. You are afflicted with a blight disease. I am a healer, among other services. I sell a potion that cures all blight disease. You can receive a blessing of cure by visiting an imperial cult altar or temple shrine and making an offering. Blessing costs less than a potion, but a potion may be carried for convenient use. Okay, how do I... where's the shrine? So I happen to wander directly into somebody who sells those kinds of potions, which is nice. I'm looking for an altar somewhere. Oh. Here, cult altar. Yes. Cured blight. Yay! I cured a blight. All of the blights? All of the blights except for Corpus. There we go. Now all I have to do with the fact is that all my stats are gone. Hooray! How do you do? This is where I probably want to figure out how to enchant an item that restores attributes, because for the moment they're all gone. But at least the blight itself is gone. And I can check my inventory for restore strength. Great. The one I'm already good on. Oh, I also could have cured blight with my potions, I suppose. Whatever. It only cost me 10, so I'm unconcerned. Restore endurance, also one of the ones I'm not low on. Really? I only have items that restore the things that I already had full on. Cure, blight, and disease. I had a lot of options, apparently, for that exact situation. Fortify acrobatics, that's not restore, though. Yeah, none of these. I don't think anything in my inventory is going to help me restore my actual stats back into being. Gonna have to deal with that in a different way. But at least I'm down to just having Corpus now, which seems to be less of a mechanical disease and more of a plot disease. Hey, my athletics are up too. This is gonna hurt. Ow. Hey, my acrobatics leveled up. Hooray. Resting here is illegal. Resting here is illegal. Resting here is... Dang it. Stop being illegal every 5 steps. I want to rest. Hey, Fighters Guild. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go rest in your bed. Hit. Yay! You wake, you hear something, and sense the presence of another nearby. That's concerning. I also didn't level up. No? What's this? No? Did you have a mouth for a face, but like for your whole face? Is this what Corpus disease looks like? This sucks. Can I sleep now? Yay! Strength. Speed. Speed's almost at 100 now, and then, luck. Hey, we've hit level 30. I have Corpus disease. Everyone's mad at me. People are once again trying to murder me in my sleep, so we didn't really progress very far from the previous problem. Let's, make the trek back to Balmora.